This is Dawn. Dawn. Kryptonium. And I think it is the time to be financially responsible. It is the time to pave the path into financial independence. And I think this is right now. But this will not happen before you like this video. So first, you must like this video, and then I'm going to give you the full guide to Levana. How to make money on the stable coins, how to yield on Bitcoin, how to trade to actually squeeze maximum value from your trade position to earn additional yield. Because this is very difficult time. You know, the time is very dark on crypto. There is no money to make when you go and buy the token and speculate on the token. You actually need to be more financially educated, more financially responsible, and squeeze every dollar left and right. This is what I'm doing. I'm just the guy, you know, who has some savings, who is unemployed because went full-time crypto at some point and now struggles. So if you have some savings, you want this savings to work for you. And that's why we are looking what we can do on the platforms like Levana. Okay, Levana is deployed on few different networks, so it's deployed on Injective, Osmosis, Say. Osmosis has the deepest liquidity as of now. In the future, I expect it being on Neutron, etc. You know, for obvious reasons, Osmosis has the wider adoption. It has the most users. So once you connect, you can trade. But before we go to trading, let's go to the Earn tab, because I want to teach you how you can squeeze maximum value even if you hold the stable coins. Okay, so this is very important. So for Levana, in order to work, it needs liquidity. So it needs liquidity for the traders. So people who trade the Atom, for example, you know, they need liquidity from the people who provide the Atom. So people can provide the liquidity to LP supply, so liquidity pool supply, or XLP supply. What is the difference? The difference is that this LP supply is unlocked. So once you deposit this, you will be able to withdraw it anytime. And it yields 24%, roughly 24%, and it shows 7-day average. You know, past day was 18%, 7-day average is 24%. Conclusion, it's higher than the staking yield. So if you want to squeeze maximum value, this is the better deal. Also, there is other pool, XLP, to ensure that there is constant liquidity, that the liquidity is not pulled out. You can lock up for 45 days, as I'm not mistaken, and this pay higher yield, you know, and it comes only from the fees. And only fees means real yield. There is no incentives. This is a real hard tokens. You know, that's the fees, that's the platform fees occurring, because 70% of platform fees go to these people who provide liquidity, right? So this is the one. But what if you don't like the Atom? Because maybe the Atom keeps dripping. There are other pools. So, for example, one of the pools that I like is Bitcoin. Who doesn't like making money on Bitcoin? Okay, so providing liquidity for Bitcoin, you are getting paid in Bitcoin. So for LP, you have roughly 14%, you know, for 1 day is slightly less, which is 14%, which is crazy yield. You know, if you remember the bull market, all of those Ponzi's like Celsius or so were paying much less. It was the fake yield. And this is the real yield. From the fees, 14%. And if you lock up, you get over 17%. 0.5%. One thing that you need to understand, that it's even better when the price of the asset becomes more volatile, right? So let's say Bitcoin goes up or down, it's not that relevant for you, but once the positions get liquidated, this yield is much higher. You know, so if you expect Bitcoin price being volatile, you will make more money. You provide the liquidity and you benefit more the more trading volume there happens. So this is why those real yield from fees is great. And this is why I believe the Perps is such an important part of the crypto, you know. So the example of high liquidations, Osmo. Osmo had a big price movement in the last 2 days. It actually dumped. So you can see the LP from what was 20% suddenly went to 106%. So this is the reason. More volume, more fees. If it happens to Bitcoin, more fees. If it happens to Atom, more fees. But now what Levana also offers, and I want to focus on that, is Levana started offering synthetics. And in synthetics, you deposit stablecoin, in this case, USDC. Okay, on other network, I think on Injective or say you can deposit USDT. So it doesn't really matter, you know, it's the stablecoin. And there is few synthetics positions. There is BNB. It doesn't have much of liquidity, which I'm surprised because I think the BNB could be popular for trading because it's a large asset, you know, so people might want some of that real yield. In USDC, it's the new pool, so the fees probably gonna change soon. But we have pools like Euro. So you can speculate on the price of Euro in relation to US dollars and earn the yield. And that's on USDC, real yield, you know, up to 25%, which is probably the highest now in Cosmos, but even more on the British pound, that yield skyrocketed to 35% and over 60% for lockup pools, okay? Obviously, that is the result of the liquidations, that is the result of the price movements, and as I believe the leverage is possible, the higher than on the tokens, you know? From the new pools, we have pool of ST Atom, you know, so you have Atom that pays you the certain fees, but now you can trade ST Atom, you know, which is a liquid stake version of the Atom. So on top of that, if you hold ST Atom, okay, you hold ST Atom and you earn that 18 or 20% yield that it pays, you can deposit it here and add up to this yield, you know, 40%, 14% on the fees only. So it will vary. The more trading, the more fees. So maybe you can add another 20% to that staking yield. You know, this is how you earn. And now let's go to trading and look how it looks. So I just want to see some of this. So on Euro, as I was saying, right, the leverage is up to 50%. It's higher because those price movements are less. And I want to see the British pound also. Sorry, not 50%, up to 100x. So up to 100x leverage, which is absolutely insane. And it was also great for degens, but it's also great because it pays more fees. You can see something here, the funding rate, and this is very important because it tells you how to squeeze additional yield, but you will have to be careful over here. So it means if you long, the fees are paid from your position, but shorts is negative 100%, which means if you short it right now, your APR of your position, you will receive 100% APR, which might drop or change within a day, so it's more risky, right? But if I short GBP now, British pound, with like, let's say 10x or whatever, that position that I would place here, I don't have any USDC, but that position I would place here will come here, and this APR will be coming to the position that I opened. Okay, so for example, looking at the Bitcoin, if you go to Bitcoin, you can see that if you short, this pays around 20% APR to your short. So you can leverage. So you can actually both. You can provide liquidity to the Bitcoin, for example, and earn the yield from providing liquidity, and you can also open the position, you know, in this, for example, small short with 2x. And navigate that and earn additional 20% as long, you know, but also if it goes up, you will lose the money from the trading, but you still be earning the yield as long as the short negative is here. Okay, so what is the funding rates are paid out in BTC. If you are long, you will pay 14.77% APR. If you are short, you will be paid So this is why it's very important to pay attention to this. And I want to show you something. If we look at the atom, you are paid 20% if you short the atom, okay? But if you go to ST atom, you are paid 230% if you long ST atom, which is very interesting because these assets will move in pair. Obviously, there is less downfall for ST atom because it earns 20% additional yield. But let's have a look. So if you short, you are paid, but if you are long, you are paid 235%. So if you would go here, let's see if I have any assets. So just to show you how it looks in practice, I deposited ST Atom. So I will use that example on the ST Atom. Remember, Atom is more risky perhaps than doing stable coins, perhaps more risky than doing Bitcoin. And obviously any trading is more risky than providing liquidity. So you need to be smart, but I believe with this information that you got now, you exactly know how to do. So I'm going to use ST Atom right now and a small leverage. I don't want to be liquidated. Let me go with like 2x maybe. So that will be, or even 3x, right? Take profit. At what price I want to take profit? I'm long in this and ST Atom is now at 7. Like, so maybe I will take the profits at $8 or 8.2, whatever. Let's do 8, right? So if the price go up around 4%, I will take profits. Stop loss, it's if it dumps to what levels it dumps, you know, then you get liquidated. So maximum would be 7. So let's say see liquidation price 5.3. So I would say if it dumps below 6.5, I want to recover my funds. I don't have to do the stop loss, you know, if I think I can control it. So I might not do it. I'm not the trader. I'm rather providing the information how the platform is going to work. So now I'm going to open this long. Right? Accept. This is small position and it will show you in the open positions. And once this position opens, we will see it here in the open position. So the position is open and this APR 208% is occurring now into my open position. So as I'm holding this, I'm also earning 200% APR. Okay, so I hope this is obviously the best yet introduction to Levana. This is yet the best informations that you get in Cosmos. The real wisdom in difficult market. Save every dollar. Be wise. Seek opportunities. Because the grind and the wisdom never stops. Because those who don't seek opportunities, they never win. This is not financial advice, but the truth is that the financial markets are becoming more difficult to navigate, and being just passive not always provide you with opportunities. And just staking tokens might not prove themselves to be as beneficial as being the active participator in the market. With that, Don Kryptonium is out. Till the next time.